Joining me now, Robert Macdonald, VP of Exploration at Southern Silver. Great to see you as always.
Thank you very much, Mark, and it's great to see you as well.
And a big milestone since we last talked for Cerro Las Manitas. You updated the PEA from the 22 one, and the numbers are impressive. You've got a 17-year life of mine now, nearly $4.5 billion in estimated gross revenues. So can you describe the project economics now?
Well, yes. What we did in updating the PEA, and we had an earlier one from several years ago, it's really a number of smaller technical updates that have accumulated into a much more significant increase in the value of the project in this latest PEA. We were able to increase the throughput of the modeled throughput of the mine by 20%. We were able to extend the mine life by 2.6 years, increased revenues by over $750 million. This resulted in a 45% increase in the after-tax depreciated NPV of the project, and a significant uptick, a 3% uptick in the internal rate of return. I think all in all, what this update has done is taken the project from being a good, solid, robust project to something that has significantly more value. It sort of makes money in today's sense and is a significant milestone for the company.
Great stuff. So you've announced a 6,000 meter drilling program. You're going to focus on 3 deposits on the eastern side of the project. What are the details there?
Well, on the eastern side, we have 3 deposits that were only drilled down to around 500 meters, below surface, and they were also only partially drilled above that 500 meter mark. So we feel that there's a significant amount of exploration potential that is still available on the project. That again, with some further engineering upgrades, we think that you can incorporate additional mineralization and additional throughput into the mine model. So what we're doing is we're taking the 6,000 meters and we're targeting, it's almost a proof of concept sort of a program, where we're targeting areas where we can either increase the resource or, just as importantly, increase the mine plan resource. And the total resource on the project is now 37 million tons, 29.5 million tons fall within the mine plan. And so we're targeting specific areas where we can see that with success, we'll be able to turn that 29.5 million tons into 30 plus, 31, 30, or something along those lines. So again, it's sort of a proof of concept that we know that when we drill here, we're going to make the project better.
Now, where does management stand overall in terms of continuing to grow the resource, maybe looking for project financing, moving on to construction, production, or is it a matter of, hey, we're explorers, we just want to prove this thing out and get a knock on the door from a bigger player who wants to take us out?
Well, I mean, for the most part, yes, we are explorers, and so we're not necessarily looking to, develop the project, and so we're looking for that interaction, whether it be a merger acquisition, whether it be a joint venture or some means of funding the project through a production decision. In the last couple of months, there's been some significant activity in Mexico with silver producers, with the acquisition of both the Gato Silver company and the Silvercrest company, and so that gives us some belief that the merger and acquisition environment is starting to heat up, and at some point they'll get start moving down the ladder a little bit to projects like ours, where they might be looking for inventory in say 5 years, which would be a reasonable bring the project scenario for where our project is right now. So I mean, literally everything is on the table, but we are more inclined to be looking for either a merger acquisition or joint venture type model to allow the project to advance to the next stages.
Right, okay. And how would you describe the silver sentiment right now and how Southern Silver fits into the whole equation?
I think certainly within the industry, and you've probably seen it at the conference. You've heard it yourself. Many of the investors within the industry are very, very bullish on silver. They feel that it continues to be undervalued relative to gold, and that there may be a slight realignment of the gold-silver ratio to the benefit of silver. What we do see though is that this hasn't been reflected in share prices just as of yet, and so I think it needs maybe the broader market to start recognizing this. And you're starting to see, to see some talk of this. I've seen some reports where on a global basis that things like commodities, gold miners are underrepresented in global portfolios, and so this may be the start of a signal where you start seeing more money come into the industry and more money come into the sector, and which can only be good for companies like Southern Silver and for the Cerro Las Manitas project moving forward.
Thanks for the update as usual.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Okay, thank you, Robert. Robert Macdonald, he is VP of Exploration at Southern Silver.